everyone, to Postscript, All Creatures, Great and Small. I'm Beth Capello, one of your hosts here today, and I was your host for a couple seasons before with All Creatures, Great and Small, a couple of the fun little episodes, bonus episodes as we called them. I'm actually here now with a new host. I know, producer Allie came from behind the scenes, and now she is our host, Allie Amoros.
Hi, everyone. Yep, I'm filling in. We love Christina with all our heart.
I know.
But she's hosting Postscript Miss Scarlet and the Duke right now.
I know, with Tom.
She's so excited. That's such a good show, too.
It is, and it airs at the same time. So she's doing Miss Scarlet and the Duke, and Allie is with me on All Creatures, Great and Small.
And since I produced it last year, I love it. I love the show. I love watching and listening to you two. So I'm excited to be here.
I know, I am too. And also, who's excited to be here are you guys. And you provide us the support, and we love it. We could not be here meeting week to week, every week with you to chat about All Creatures Great and Small and your favorite PBS shows like Miss Scarlet and the Duke, World on Fire. So if you could just go to witf.org/mosaic. You can make a gift of anywhere from like $5 to $50 because your support is what matters and your support helps us.
That's right. You make it all happen. So if you go to witf.org/mosaic, you can see all of the shows we've done so far, read a bit about what's going on, but then there's a link and you can click on that link to give support. To support these things. We love making this a video for you now instead of just an audio only podcast. We're ramping things up on the arts and culture side with Mosaic. So every dollar goes a long way. witf.org/mosaic will get you there. And we thank you so much.
Yes.
We also want to hear from them this season, right?
Yes.
So instead of just using our email, postscript at
WITF.org.
I wanted to say something else, and it's WITF.org.
Or PS at WITF.org.
That's right.
Yep.
You can also comment, and what we'll do is we'll check in on our comments on YouTube, and we'll interact with you. We can talk about them on the show sometimes, or we'll just bump in the comments and start a conversation, because that's the best part of this. We're all watching together. We're all talking about it together, so meet you there. Meet you in the comments. That's
exactly.
YouTube/@WITF Mosaic. And if that's tricky to get to, you can go to WITF.org/PS and we'll get you there too.
Yep, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you've met us.
I know.
You know Beth.
Yep,
you know
I've
me
been here
from
for a few
behind
seasons.
the scenes.
You're behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you popped on here and there.
Here and there. When I'm very passionate about a character.
I know, that's true. And we're on camera.
Yeah.
I know. So we have a camera now, a couple of them.
We do.
And that's pretty exciting too. We're happy to be here with you, not only audio, but also video too. And that's why we're trying to head you to YouTube so you can watch us as we discuss week by week on season 4.
Isn't that
season
crazy?
4.
Can you imagine? Like, we've done 3 seasons. And one of my favorite things leading up to coming back to season 4, I was watching a bunch of clips from YouTube. I know you were too. We were watching these behind the scenes features, and you did a great job. Even though I wasn't on camera last year, she shared with me all of the masterpiece featurettes after each episode.
Yeah.
Those are so cool. You get behind the scenes from the cast and the crew, the creators. One of the things one of the creators said was, with all of these seasons now, the writers know the characters more, the actors know them more, we know them more, so they can get into some really deep, mature storylines because now we know who they are.
I know.
And that's exciting. So, like, what are some of the things you've loved so far about All Creatures before we get into 4?
Oh my gosh. I especially love the James and Helen relationship.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, that's the whole reason for the show too.
True.
You know, based on the books and everything, all about James's life. But I love their dynamic and how healthy of a relationship it is.
Yes.
They can talk to each other. They help each other. They even fight healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they disagree in a healthy manner. And it's really something to like aspire to be and to have that in your life. And I really love them, and I think it's great. And it's also a great show for like the family to watch.
Yeah.
Too. And I love that about it.
That's so good. Yeah, that's so true. It's something that we can relate to as viewers, but then you can also aspire to, and you can use those as good examples to kind of bring into your own life. All of the relationships are that way.
Yeah.
So, like, James and Helen are a great example because you get all of those kind of like romance, like, what is it called? Like, goals.
Yeah.
Couple goals.
Yep.
But you also have family goals with all of them too, how they interact with each other.
Yeah,
So,
Siegfried and Tristan and that
yes.
relationship and how it grew from so much tension, and Tristan just wanting to get that validation and from his brother because he's like his father, in that sense.
Yeah.
But just wanting a brother, not really like a father figure. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And then at the end, Tristan, he leaves us.
I know.
Heart
that
break.
last season was just intense, wasn't
I know.
it?
Oh my gosh.
Holy
it was
cow.
pretty intense, ramping up for the war and everything.
Exactly. It's
and-
looming from pretty much the very end of season 2. You
Yeah.
can feel it coming, and it's a cloud above.
Well, season
3.
2, that last episode, they had the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did you feel that? I felt that in my chest. I felt that coming. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. It's like, oh, it's here. The little radio snippets throughout
Yep.
that whole season.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. There's so much in this show. And so gearing up for season 4, what are you excited for? And what do you think, like, okay, I'm just going to say it. At the end of season 3, Tristan and James both signed up. And
I
then
know.
Tristan decided to go.
Tristan is gone.
Tristan is gone.
I don't think he's here at all this season. I don't know, but I don't
think
think
you're
he
right.
is. And I'm
How
sad.
do you feel about it?
I'm sad.
I know.
I know. I love Tristan.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, more like Tristan because
Yeah,
I'm the youngest sibling.
relatable. Oh my gosh.
So, but I loved him and I loved the dynamic that he brought and the funniness that he brought and his charisma and stuff. It was just, I am gonna miss him.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will.
Mm-hmm.
But I also I'm curious more so than excited to see where they're going to go with the season and if they're going to time jump
Exactly.
because
Oh,
they did that
true.
before
In the original series.
series. They time jumped, so I'm very curious to see if
How
they're
they
going
do
to
that.
time jump this season.
Yeah. One of my favorite
Mhm.
things is like the romantic aspects. So we get the big bangs. Season 1, Helen and Hugh.
Yep.
Season 2, they get engaged, James and Helen. Season 3,
that's right.
they open and get married. So season 4, I'm like, well, Helen and James, what's next for them? But also,
Well, what were they
these
talking about at the
other
end of the
ones.
season?
what were
Don't you remember?
building their family?
Building their family.
Mm.
So they were talking about that, and then Eva was in there.
That's
right?
true.
So
So the Darabee itself might get more children.
it might, it
Yeah.
could. And Eva was there, and I think that kind of showed Helen and James in a parental figure. I think that's what
Ooh.
helped.
Getting a little
the writers
broody
and
by
the-
seeing the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling like, that could be me.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that could be part of what's coming up
Okay.
in the season or the following or
I could see
the
that
next
for
and the
them.
next and the next because we should just never stop having all creatures great and small.
For real.
I know.
That's the coolest thing though, because really outside of those like romance lines, I have no idea what to expect. Like, I have no idea. I
Yeah.
don't know what's next for Siegfried, especially since Tristan's off to war. Like, what does his life look like now? Do you know something that came up when we were looking back?
What?
I doubt she'll come back, but there's a couple characters I'm like, I'd love to see Dorothy again.
Dorothy. I would love her to see her too.
That would be really
but that would
cool.
take away from Siegfried and Mrs. Hall dynamic.
That's true. I'm
And
ready for that triangle.
I'm ready for that to happen. I am.
You are?
Well, because I think a little bit in the season 3, it was Siegfried started feeling something
Uh-huh. And being able to express his feelings a little more.
towards Mrs. Hall a little better. So I think that he's starting to open up more and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited to see what goes.
Goes on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this moment at the beginning or in season 1 when he got
Okay.
vulnerable with Dorothy, that'd be cool to see that come back around for Mrs. Hall.
I mean,
will
I
like
love
that.
Dorothy. I love the actress.
know.
I really liked her character. I love the actress. So it'd be great to see her back.
Yeah, but a vulnerable Siegfried, that
Yeah.
is juicy.
We have to
I'd
see
love
that
to
with
see that
Mrs.
again.
Hall.
But
we do
love
sort of.
Gerald so much. I just want
Yeah.
it to happen. So I
I'm
hope we get
sorry.
a little bit of that. Maybe we still get a
Maybe.
little bit of romance. Love it for what it was if it has to end.
Who
I'm
knows?
still Team Gerald. I do love him.
Who knows? Who knows?
So outside of the romances, is there anything else like I heard from the creators on the behind the scenes as they're looking forward. They want to bring back more animal stories. Apparently there's a lot
Oh.
of animal stories from the books. Like we're about to get into James's like he's a partner now. So
He is a
he's
partner.
a head honcho. And Helen has lived this her whole life. So I'm interested to see like we're getting back into the farms, into the people's lives, into the animals.
Yeah.
They've always been there, but
It was more of a background.
yeah,
It
this
wasn't the
season.
for the forefront. So that would be interesting to see if they're
Yeah.
going to start bringing that back. As long as it's not another Andante, I'm fine. I know. I can't see the horse thing again.
Oh my
It
gosh,
just
that was
broke my
so
heart
intense.
so much.
I think it was so well done.
It was.
Woo. So we're gonna have the highs and the lows. They're
Yeah.
sure to come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So everybody, we want to thank you for listening. And if you're watching, even better, thank you
Yes.
so much. You can find us here, of course. You can find us on witf.org/mosaic or witf.org/ps. That'll get you right to the YouTube channel.
Yes. And we want to shout out our production team. We have producer Amy. I don't remember if we said it this episode or in a future or previous episode, but producer Amy was formerly intern Amy,
Mm-hmm.
and now she's producer Amy. So we're
I
happy to
know.
have her on the team. On the team, we have John Ferreras. He's our videographer and editor. So they're like power pair that has helped make all of this happen. So we're gonna have a really good season. We're happy you're here with us again. Stick around. I
Yep.
can't wait to see the premiere.
I'm excited.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited.
So like send us your thoughts. Find us on social media on Instagram at WITFORG or on Facebook at WITF.org. And tell us what you're excited for. We can have a little bit of banter before the season begins. I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear what you think.
Yep, I'm excited too. So we'll see you next week.
See you next week.